This week we began reading the greatest story ever told, the story of the birth of our people, the Exodus. But of course it's a dark story which records the incredible suffering imposed upon them by a cruel, heartless regime which worked them to death, which slew their children. In fact, Pharaoh set the prototype for all subsequent persecutions of the Jewish people right down to the 20th century. Hitler, though you may not have known it, was the spiritual heir to the Pharaoh of Egypt. However, there was one thing which Pharaoh did not do. He didn't coerce the Jews to forsake their allegiance to their God. When Moses comes and speaks in the name of the God of Israel, he says, Mi Hashem, who is your God, Asher Yishma B'Kolo, that I should listen to him. But he doesn't say, from now on, you may no longer worship your gods, you've got to worship mine, or for that matter, in time of God, worship me. So for all the physical repression, he gave them freedom of conscience, freedom of conviction, which was not echoed down through the ages, because the subsequent regimes that oppressed us, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, all at some point they tried to separate the Jews from their God and coerce them to worship idols. And of course, during the Christian era, thousands of lives were taken by a church that was determined to coerce the Jews to forsake their ancient faith and worship a God of love. So that is our story, that is our history. So you might say, under the circumstances, we in England today are extremely fortunate, which we are. We are. No one coerces us. But I'm not so sure. You may have read in the Chronicle recently how the Department of Education and Science has refused to fund new Jewish day schools. The reason? Because the schools are not preparing children adequately for life in contemporary Britain. Now that is a calumny. That is an insult. Because from the 19th century onwards, Jewish day schools have turned little foreigners into little Englishmen with a sense of commitment to this country. Our Jewish day schools have produced an incredible number of doctors, lawyers, artists, musicians, politicians, decent, honourable, upright citizens who have made an incalculable contribution to the society in which we live. And one may ask, which of our Jewish day schools has radicalised its pupils? How many pupils have emerged from a Jewish day school to mow down innocent people in a lorry or blow them up in a mill? So to suggest that we do not prepare our children adequately for a modern world is an insult, a lie, a calumny. And of course, has to be confronted and rebutted. Nonetheless, we can ask, well, why are they doing this? Why are they saying such a thing? What's behind it? The suggestion was made in the Chronicle recently. It's because we spend a disproportionate amount of time on religious studies. The non-Jews like to use the term disproportionate when it comes to Jews. When Israel defends itself against Hamas, it's disproportionate. When we endeavour to teach our religion to our pupils, our children, disproportionate. They overlook the fact that for New Testament they need 1 or 2 sessions a week. For Judaism, we have Torah, we have Mishnah, Talmud, medieval sources, Shulchan Aruch, history, religion. You can't contain that within a couple of sessions a week. We need more time, and we will take more time. But my astute friend Jeffrey Alderman suggests there's another reason. The truth is that we are not prepared to train our children in Jewish day schools to accept homosexuality as a viable alternative lifestyle. We're not prepared to promote it and gay marriage. That's a reality, because we can't do it. Yes, we must instill into our children, I believe we do, a respect of all humanity, regardless of their colour, their creed, or their sexual orientation. But to make our children go against our most sacred traditions, the sanctity of marriage, sacred laws in our Torah, this we cannot and we will not do. And so whilst we are prepared to commit ourselves to loyalty to this great country that has proved to be a benign host, we also commit ourselves to remain loyal to our sacred traditions. We can do no other.